Cena can carry the company as a bad guy for 8 months or whatever, or 4 months even, then maybe they'll pivot and roll with that. Maybe they'll make that decision kind of last minute, but wait a little while and see how it plays out. I wonder if that finish is absolutely the sideline, or if they can go a different way. I imagine a lot of it has to do with John Cena's schedule. Diehard Homer says, does Cody need to be the guy to beat Evil Cena? He already has the distinction of beating Roman. If not Cody, who? Cody. Yeah, no, it's got to be Cody. If Cody loses to Cena, then Cody's still got to beat John Cena. I know last year, the count better was last year, you had Rock beating the shit out of Cody Rhodes, and Cody never actually beat The Rock. But this is a little bit on the different side because Rock didn't face Cody in the main event of Night 2 of WrestleMania for the title. And he beat Cody Rhodes, Night 1. But Roman was his proxy, Night 2. Cena will be his proxy here. So, yeah, I think Cody needs to beat, after what happened, Cody has to beat John Cena at some point. Maybe not WrestleMania, but at some point, I think Cody's got to beat John Cena. Sam Petrowski says, is Elimination Chamber officially bigger than the Royal Rumble? With the winners getting title shots in the bigger match of Cena, Cody, and Rhea Bianca being set up there, made it feel like a much more important show. It remains to be seen how they're going to approach Elimination Chamber from here on out. Obviously, Rhea Bianca, in my mind, and I think on most people's minds, is a bigger match than Charlotte versus Tiffany. And obviously, Cody waiting for the Elimination Chamber winner to decide who's going to main event with him Night 2 is a bigger situation than Jay winning and choosing Gunther, where they would probably end up in the mid-card somewhere. Yeah, I mean, this year Chamber was kind of a big deal. I find it difficult to believe, though. I feel like going forward, most of the men's rumbles are going to be deciding who gets the Night 2 main event against the Cody title, against the Cody championship, whatever you want to call it. I feel like going forward is probably going to go back to being the Rumble. In this situation particularly, I think the story demanded it be the Chamber. Cena loses at the Rumble, wins at the Chamber, has the big deal turn. From a story perspective, it just made sense. But they have the Chamber in their back pocket if they want to utilize that as a good story angle for the Night 2 main event. Then they have the bear. Tyler Warden says if Cody is going to be the new Cena, who's the new Orton, the new Edge? These are important things to consider. Laughing. Oh, man, the new Randy Orton? I don't know. Cody being the new Cena is interesting because Cody's been around for like a long time. Cena became Cena relatively quickly. He debuted in 02 and then was champion, I think, by 05. So, Cody was washed out by top. Yeah, the dude's been around forever. So, that there's I guess that could be considered the new Edge. Maybe, Seth has Edge feel to him. I feel like he reinvented himself a bunch of times. I think they had an entire feud where they were talking about how they were like each other. And then the new Orton. Man, who's like the new Orton? I don't know who the new Orton is. Randy Orton's still the Orton. Young Bulgogi says, am I just getting old? It was watching wrestling and hung home with food, your pajamas, and your couch/bed start to sound better than watching in an arena. It's so much better. It is so much nicer. Maybe it is a getting old thing. We used to want to be there for the big moments and everything. And they're still fun. I'm going to be at Dynamite this Wednesday with Larson hanging out after the show. We're going to go to I posted up on the community thread here. We're going to be outside the front of the Memorial Auditorium. When we're leaving, it's going to be to your left. We're crowd full, I think, for a friend, Alita. I still enjoy going to wrestling shows. I really don't have... I love independent wrestling shows. The smaller, the better. And then, now that AEW is running smaller venues, I'm really looking forward to Memorial. I don't know if we would have gone if it was at Golden One Center. It's just too big. It's unruly. It's not really that great of a time, but get to a smaller venue, that shit is a lot of fun. But barring that, man, I don't need 7,000 people coughing on me, man. Let me get in my bed, get a Renko Pizza, and a couple of Diet Pepsis, and later on some more. Such epics. Yes, that's how you're supposed to watch wrestling. Patrick Wolf says, I love your impressions. What's your favorite to do? All right, my favorite impersonation to do? Probably Stone Cold Steve Austin. I got the Jim Ross one. The Jim Ross one is a lot of fun because he's like, that version of the impersonation is really inappropriate. That's a lot of fun. Undertaker's one, okay, so probably. Gabriel Ribeiro says, what's your biggest crime in wrestling? Says, mine is Costco being one of the most talented people on WWE's roster and she's still winless at WrestleMania. The Asuka one is interesting because Asuka has had, by any definition, an S-tier career in the WWE. She has won everything. She has done everything. Yes, she's not won at WrestleMania. I get that. But still, she feels like she has not been given enough because she is that awesome. I think a lot of us Asuka fans feel that way. Here's a big crime for me. Finn Balor never getting a proper world title run. He needs it. Justice for Finn Balor. Kenny Johnson says, with the decade somehow halfway over plus a few months, what are your big predictions of the next 5 years? Personally, I'd love to see someone from NXT win the Royal Rumble or Money in the Bank. Man, for the next 5 years? And my biggest predictions for the next 5 years. I think, maybe I'd like to think of this. I think that AEW is going to go through a creative turnaround where they're firing on all cylinders. They're kind of the true place to be. That's my prediction. Because wrestling is cyclical. If WCW survived 1993 WCW, and WWF survived 1995 WWF, I'm pretty sure AEW, with their giant television, who knows what kind of numbers they do on Max, although the reporting is Max really likes the numbers that AEW does there. I feel like AEW is sort of due over the next couple of years for a big creative turnaround where it feels like the hit place to be. WCW did it for 83 weeks. I'd like to see AEW accomplish that goal and reestablish themselves as kind of a cool place to be. And then they can give that title back up to WWE and it goes on. Too. Jacob Wall, too, says, predict how many more actual matches John Cena will have for the rest of the year, as well as the opponents. It sounds like it might be, like a standalone football. I might do that. I'm terrible at predicting. You guys are always giving me so much shit in my predictions. But I should probably do that for you. Jordan Rosario says, are you excited for WWE 2K25? Oh, excited. No, but I'm going to get it. And I think I'm trying to finagle Larson into doing some IGM stuff. And then maybe I'll stream some. And then after like week 3, it'll just sort of peter out. I don't give a shit about it anymore. That's always what happens with the WWE 2K stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's good for the first like 3 weeks or so. It's like, it's fuck anymore. Jasper Jr. 94 says, lemon muffins or blueberry? So down in Winter, they got lemon blueberry muffins. Like it's like lemon cake, but they got blueberries. Fucking AJ Otani says, do you have any old tattoo ideas you're glad you didn't get? No. But there was once a tattoo that I was going to get, and a drawing I had done. At least the drawing I was very happy of. But I was very happy with that drawing. And I lost the drawing. I had no idea where it was. So when I was thinking, it was like, you draw something if you're an artist. Sometimes you just draw something. Like, oh my God, how did I do that? Can't recapture it. Yeah, then I lost it. More than anything, I regret the tattoos I didn't get because, like, back in my 20s, I wanted to get like a full sleeve. But in my mid 40s, kind of feels a bit midlife crisis if I did that. But I still might. Bloodborne Survivor says, not wrestling related, but how would you rank the big four of grunge from worst to best? Alright, so we're talking about Pearl Jam, Nirvana, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains. I'm assuming that's considered the big four of grunge. Number one has got to be the legacy alone warrants it being number one, not to mention pound for pound, the outfit is heads and tails above at least two of them. Soundgarden's my number 2. Even their last album, where they all got back and they were older, and so like the first song was kind of cheesy, but the rest of it was actually pretty damn good. And I always had a real soft spot for Soundgarden. They're probably like my personal. They're probably the band I listen to the most. So my number 1 would be November. My number 2 would be Soundgarden. My number 3 would be Alice in Chains. And here's the crazy thing. I was the biggest Pearl Jam fan back when I was a teenager. But at this point, man, the only thing I can really listen to is anything they recorded before like 1992. Because their second album, that was like good. It wasn't anywhere close, in retrospect, to what their first album was. And really, nothing else was either. There were good songs along the way. But 10 is still an iconic album. And that's kind of it. Then they got like a bunch of singles they had done around that time in the early years that were all really, really good, like Love Better, etc., etc. I was in Pearl Jam. But these days, I don't like them better than Alice in Chains, and then next is Soundgarden, and then next Nirvana. So it goes from worst to best: Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains, Soundgarden, Nirvana. That's in my mind. That's Evil Hawk 55 says, "How much is WWE paying you?" Brother, I would take that money in a heartbeat. I would take that WWE paycheck in a heartbeat. Are you kidding me? That'd be awesome. Anyway, just going to do it for Ask President. Thanks everybody for your wonderful questions. I appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Give me some video ideas in the comments, because I don't know, I'm trying to figure out some video ideas. I'll do that John Cena one. The rest of the John Cena match will be 27. What is it? He's done, what, 2 or 3 already? Or 2 matches, the Rumble and then this, the Elimination Chamber? He's got 27 more appearances, 3 of which are after Raw for the children. So what are the next 24 appearances going to be? Find out in a video I'm going to do at some point. We'll see you guys.
Oh, the table's being set on fire. Oh, I can't watch this. I can't watch this at all. He leaves the ring, and there's no countouts in this one. Not the position you want to be in right now. My goodness. And then look at that. Fishing for something beneath the ring. No, a light tube? This is getting out of hand. Weapon in hand, saying, I'm up in the ante. Back into the ring. Oh, that light tube just shattering all over them. Setting up for something here. Through the table. There's got to be something wrong with you. Putting your opponent through a flaming table like that. I still can't believe what we saw. I still smell the burning. Showing he's not out of it. Yeah, he's able to stop the bleeding, but will he also gain the man? And well-timed maneuver there. Leaping kick connects. Just breaking down the opponent. Vicious. He's outside the ring now. Hope he's got a plan. What is that? Oh, wait, that's made out of glass. Why on earth was that under the ring? Oh, what impact. Broken glass everywhere. Just a sickening sound. Oh, tossing chairs like it's hardcore heaven. And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here. Punk is just doing what he pleases. As the arm wringer, and met with a right hand. He isn't taking this line down anymore. Yeah, his instincts are taking over. Elbow drop. A well-timed dodge. Here he goes for the win. Can he close it out? It's over. Brutality. Fire. to an end. Here is your winner, Eddie Kingston. You cannot say they didn't give it their all and then some to achieve this victory.
Few people hate losing as much as CM Punk does.
Yeah, you can see the frustration on his face.